everyone. This is Praxis 2.0, a counterfactual clinical decision support system. It is built on two components working together. The machine learning layer, uh, which is a gradient boosting model trained on over 1 lakh patient records, and it predicts the diabetes risk with an AUC of 0.979. But the key insight is what we have built on the top of that prediction. We call it a counterfactual engine. Instead of just asking, is this patient at risk? It asks, what is the minimum change this specific patient needs to make to move out of the danger zone? And then because of the clinical finding means nothing if it cannot be communicated. So we have used Gemini AI to translate that finding into two completely different outputs, one written for a doctor and one written for the patient. That means same data, two audience, two languages. So let me show you. I have given all this information here. I will enable the Gemini AI narrative here, and I will analyze the risk. When I click here, so this is the risk overview. It is I've entered the age. Uh, I've entered the age of a male, which is 45 years, BMI of 28, HbA1c level is at 5.50, and blood glucose is 130. And here you can see which numbers are driving that score. HbC level account for 5.5%, blood glucose is 130, and BMI is 228. So this feature contribution chart shows the weightage risk contribution of each factor for the specific patient and not the generic population average. This yeah, that means this patient and these are the numbers. And the system immediately surfaces the clinical action, that is the urgent evaluation, possible medication is required. Now we'll move on for the intervention. Here you can see that uh, here you can see that this is a counterfactual intervention. Now here is where the system becomes genuinely different from anything else. This it shows that it shows about the threshold, like it is that whether the patient is below the risk threshold or above, or any interventions is required or not. Now next is our what if simulator, in which the third tab is in which the sliders are pre-filled with the patient's current value, and the risk meter updates in the real time if we move it like this one. Okay, so now we are moving from the report section, and this is the final tab that brings whole system together. This is the clinical note. This is the further clinical note is generated for the physician. Structured sections, patient summary, uh, key risk drivers, recommended interventions ranked by feasibility, next diagnostic step, and a model limitation caveat in around 250 to 300 words. And it is easy to read on a 90-second doing the OPD also. Even we can download this also. This is the downloadable function also enabled. And this is the patient report, the same underlying data, completely different language, no medical jargon, a clear plan action and the timeline, and encouraging closing note. This is what Gemini adds that no template can match. It reasons across the counterfactual data and produces the coherent audience calibrated language. Both reports can be downloaded directly. The clinical note, that is the clinical note for the patient file, and the patient report to hand to the patient or send via WhatsApp. So let me close with my key insight. Most AI tools in healthcare are built to predict. We build ours to prescribe a path forward. The machine learning model does not classify; it provides it powers a counterfactual search that finds the minimum realistic change for each individual patient. Here the generative AI does not just summarize; it translates the structured ML output into communication that two completely different audience can actually use. Here neither the component without the here neither component work without the other, because they both work with each other. This is what a genuine ML plus Gen AI integration looks like, as demanded in our in the rules for hackathon. So and also the here the model is trained on 1 lakh patient records, AOC of 0.979, five-fold cross validation, threshold tuned for clinical precision. The counterfactual engine here runs in under 2 seconds, and the system is deployed. It is live and it accessible right now. So here is the here is Praxis 2.0, built for the clinic, built for the patient, built to answer the question that matters, not just what is your risk, but what do you do about it. Thank you everyone. My name is Swastik Raj. I am the student of VIT Vellore, and this is my project.